Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to you each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN Network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Friday. I feel like I needed this Friday. This week feels like a simple continuation of the last 3 weeks. I feel like June 1st never ended. Like I'm just going June 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and it's the 26th, and I can't remember a single weekend in the month that was not filled with good thing. I do good and wonderful and enjoyable work, but it has been work. I am excited because today's topic is referrals. Yes, you know it's Shout It Out Friday. It's always Shout It Out Friday. We want to hear about you, your business, and what it is that you've done that we can celebrate you for. But today we're also talking about, you said moving forward. Please don't juck it. Like hold that in and then move it this way. Okay. And then move it where you need to. Thank you guys for joining us this morning. The king has decided to grace us with his presence. Hey, Uzama. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Uzama. I'm so happy that you're here today, Uzama. Today's topic is referrals. Now, this show is called Let's Talk About It. And we talk about personal conversations,
Business information,
and spiritual inspiration.
with a little bit of shenanigans.
Now,
Shenanigans.
referrals
Hey, Susan. Good
fit
morning.
into the business conversation part of it.
Yeah.
Referrals, what's a referral?
I think a referral is the lifeblood of a successful organization. But a referral is someone who respects what it is that you do and tells someone else about it and connects you to them.
That sounds like a lot of work, baby.
Well, I don't think that anyone who doesn't believe in what you do should be a referral partner. If they don't know what you do, if they don't understand at least a little bit of the value of what you bring, then they don't need to be a referral partner. I don't just want a pile of referrals.
What a referral partner? What's that?
Yeah. So I'm excited that right now, although we're here on Let's Talk About It every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, although we have an amazing following on Facebook, and although
LinkedIn
our
and YouTube.
Google and LinkedIn and YouTube, and although our Google is bringing us fantastic clients, particularly talking about my business, empowerment, publishing, and multimedia, for the most part, 90% of my clientele at this stage in my business are all referrals.
I want to give you the dictionary definition of the word referral. I just looked it up. In Google, I looked it up. A referral is the act of directing or recommending someone to a person, service, or authority for help, information, or specialized care. That's what it is. Recommending someone
We recommend restaurants, we recommend movies
all the time.
all the time. And oftentimes we don't even think twice about it.
And we don't get paid for those, ever.
And I think that is where the hook comes in. I think that's where people get the hang up.
I think there's another hook too.
Okay.
Because when you refer someone to someone else, your reputation's on the line too. So if you refer someone and they do, back when I sold home improvement, they had this thing in the country called, y'all don't do me no bum job. Okay. If you refer someone, if I refer Dr. Deborah and she's rude to the person that I refer, well, that reflects back on me.
Mhm.
So most people don't refer because they can't risk it unless they feel very, very highly about someone. Then they can refer because then it's less risky. Good morning, Dr. Deborah Dunstan, and good morning to my brother Uzama
And
Rob.
please believe that I don't have any problem or consternation recommending someone to Dr. Deborah because I know the quality of her work and the
That's
level
right.
of her expertise.
And we recommend Dr. Deborah every chance we get because like what my wife just said, we know she's awesome. We know she's going to be professional, and we know she can teach and help. And we also know her spirit. That's a lot of things that had to conspire for us to feel comfortable referring her.
Yeah.
Okay, referrals. Now you started off today by you said you believe they're the lifeblood of every successful business. Is it though? Because I believe most businesses today operate without referrals.
Well, I don't say that you can't. I mean, we have advertising, we have media, we have all these other things. But just to use me, for example, there is a strength in a conversation with a prospective client that is very different from a new random client. When I receive a client from Google versus a client from a previous client, there's a whole there's a big difference in the way that that conversation needs to go because they already have an experience, although it's indirect, with what it is that I do and how it is that I am able to do it. They still have a level of positive expectation because they've already seen the outcome in someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Deborah says, I've had both good and bad experiences with referring. I know, I now know you have to feel comfortable with both ways, who you refer and who you are referring to.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because sometimes it's just not a good fit.
Here's another angle with that. Not only who who you refer and not only who you're referring to, but who you're receiving referrals from.
Mm-hmm.
Many
Yeah,
people don't think about that one. But the
I do.
people that you're receiving referrals from, if they have either have not had
A
a
real experience with you.
a real experience with you, or they have had a different kind of experience. For example, when I receive referrals from people that I have helped through my scholarship program versus my paying clients, there is a very different level of interaction and expectation between the two.
Are you suggesting people that are scholarship to work with you
Mhm.
bring you more people that are in the same boat as them?
Um,
Whereas the people that pay you,
mhm,
they can refer people that pay you. They're
mhm.
birds of a feather kind of concept.
Yeah, Susan said referrals are wonderful. Amen. They can be. And I think that for the most part, when you are good at what you do and you're operating positively from a sense of autonomy and a sense of integrity, then referrals can be fantastic.
Yesterday, we had a wonderful experience at the Business Spotlight. The Business Spotlight is our weekly in person live networking event. It's always got a sales slant to it, it's always got an entrepreneurial slant to it. But it's an opportunity for entrepreneurs to meet, network, and share what they do. And yesterday, I had a unique moment that shouldn't be unique. But I found a moment yesterday at the Business Spotlight where I taught someone how to get a referral.
Mm.
And I hadn't talked like that in a long time, Dr. Deborah. I hadn't even mentioned it. But I told the young man, I said, the stuff that I just did with you, the stuff that I just talked to you about, of the people that you know, is there anyone that comes to your mind that they would have loved to have heard the same things that I told you today?
Hey,
He was
Jay.
like,
Hey,
absolutely, yes.
Carmelo.
I was like, well, who do you, of your friends, who do you think would have most loved it? And he had a name right away
Right away.
because he's right. The person that came to his mind right away is the person that he knows would have loved to have heard what we just said.
Mhm.
That's the one that I would want him to refer to me. There's a reason
Absolutely.
why that person was top of mind.
Absolutely. Dr. Deborah says, wow, that's right, Dr. Lisa. I didn't think about who I'm receiving referrals from.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's imperative. What's also interesting is that well, absolutely. I'm sorry. I was getting ready to say something. Dr. Deborah goes on to say, I choose not to refer people by telling them what I paid for a service, especially from an entrepreneur. What if I got a special price? So, first of all, you
Yes.
should never. you should unless you are a doctor and there's a requirement that you use the same pricing across the board for whatever. When you're providing a service, every service has different parameters, and therefore it may have a different cost. There also may be other presiding reasons and opportunities for something to cost one thing versus another. One of the things that I had to learn with regards to my scholarship program is I have to tailor the scholarship to the amount of funds that are in the scholarship kitty. I can't
You
just,
don't have scholarship
if I don't
funds.
have scholarship funds, then I can't give scholarships. Because, see, the problem with that is that I was feeling like since I'm doing it, I can set the cost for it. When I'm doing it myself versus when I'm doing it with my company, I can't use any of my team because I got to pay my team. But here's what I realized: I got to pay me. I just because I decide to do it for someone, it's still taking me away from money earning activities, which means that I have to replace that, and in order to replace it for me with scholarship, it needs to already be set aside in the budget for me to say during this time I can't take clients because I have a client that I have scholarshiped into the program.
If you can afford to do that,
And
because
but that's the other thing. Only if I can afford to do that. And the only way that I can afford to scholarship it is to predefine what is required in the kitty and set aside for scholarships. So
I'm
I
so
have a
happy.
separate fund for scholarships that I know, because I'm still going to have to pay for ISBN numbers. I'm still going to have to pay for editing. I'm still going to have to pay for a certain level of things. And I'm going to be taking my time away from working on XYZ project. So it's important that when I say I have a scholarship for a new author, it's not any new author. I've still got to determine, and it's not at any time. I still have to determine, do they fit into the time? Do they fit into the level of expertise that I have the ability to offer autonomously?
Good
And
morning,
do I have the
Dr. Sheila
scholarship funds
Gothard.
available?
I'm
Good
so happy that we got so
morning.
many entrepreneurs in this.
Susan said, Dr. Deborah, I don't tell price either. The thing is not about telling price, it's about sharing price. Because again, you don't know what Dr. Deborah may have done for me, or what I need to do for her, or what Sheila may have done for me and what I need to do for her. All of those things are taken into consideration when I determine what the cost to work with the individual is.
So yesterday, again, I had this opportunity to give a block of instruction on how to get a referral. Okay. And I realized I hadn't talked like that in a while. And also, there are a lot of people that have written what's called recommendations of my services. They're willing to put it on LinkedIn or Alignable or send it to me directly. They're willing to write recommendations,
Right.
but that's different than getting actual contact.
A warm
Sheila
referral.
Gothard or Susan Kennedy. I told them about you. They're expecting your call. Here's their contact information. That's a really great referral. Okay, but that's different than a recommendation. And reason why well, I said it's a lifeblood, and I said most businesses don't operate on that way. The reason why most businesses, I believe, don't get referrals. Number one reason why they don't get any referrals, or they don't even ask for them.
That part, but when they ask for who's the top 10 people that you think,
That's
what you've done, I think, is you've made them a co-laborer in your business,
and you're disrespecting them.
and you're
now that I sold you, who else of your friends can I sell to?
right.
Oh, you're not honoring them.
I don't want to work with anyone that I can't benefit, that I can't help. And I mean, as a business owner, that may not sound like, oh, she's not trying to become a big business or this business. I want to be an effective business. I want to be able to provide positive results for the people that I work with. And in order to do that, not only do they have to be selective, but I have to be selective. I always tell my clients and my prospects that I want to be a straight A student. That means I don't want to take classes that I think I'm going to get an F in.
What do you think?
She said, yes, that's collaboration. That's right. There may be some situation where I'm working with another professional who shares some areas of what it is that we're doing, or we have worked together in some other areas that we may have compensated one another in collaborating on the project. There's parts of it that they can do independently. I don't need to charge for that.
Even the concept that we're talking about today of referral,
Mhm.
it feels a bit old school sales thinking to me. It feels old school. It's something that businesses used to do all the time,
Mhm.
but I rarely see it anymore, and I rarely even talk about it anymore, even though I'm a full time entrepreneur.
Mm.
Why? Why have I stopped asking for them?
You know what's also interesting about yesterday? The business spotlight. First of all, if you are in Concord, North Carolina,
Or
or
North
its
Charlotte?
surrounding areas,
Hmm.
and can make yourself available at 12:30 on a Thursday,
Every Thursday.
join us at Panera Bread, Concord Mills Boulevard. And I'm telling you, this past meeting yesterday,
Yes,
it
it was
was so
amazing. It was the best
wonderful
one.
because there were so all of the participants there were couples. We had four husbands and wife businesses. That means that there was 8 people in the room that were all related to each other in business. Husbands and wives building legacy
It's not
together.
required, okay?
It's not
And it will
required.
probably never ever happen like that
No,
again.
but yesterday it was exclusively husbands and wives in the room, and both of them supporting each other and the business. Some of them worked in the same business together. Some of them worked side by side in business, more like Brian and I. We have business together,
It's
and
impossible
we
not
have
to overlap
independent
some.
business. Right,
There'll
and
always
it's
be
just
some overlap. Hmm.
fantastic. William Brown says, happier today from the West Coast, headed east today. Woo-hoo!
Now, I try to keep track of William Brown, which is impossible. Where on the West Coast are you?
I think
Uzama Ross says,
Seattle. Uzama said, I'm thrilled about my new domain and the website I'm about to build. And it's easypz.com.
it's easy peasy.
Easypeasy.com,
Mhm.
AB, and amen. Amen. Susan said, I was always looking for straight A's. Absolutely. Not because I don't want to be challenged. I do enjoy and embrace a challenge, but I also want to ensure that the person who is hiring me is within the wheelhouse of what I can produce. And if they want to be part of my challenge or my growth and development, we establish that at the beginning. I am always very, very upfront. This is not what I know how to do, but I know I can learn it. That means I may have to massage it a little bit. I may have to figure it out, but because it's something that I want to learn, and that's another important part. I'm not taking on stuff just because you want me to learn it. I need to ensure that it's something that I want to add to my wheelhouse, and this is a great opportunity because you need it and are willing to work with me to make it happen. William Brown was one of those people. Myra Foster was one of those people, forcing me into the field of illustration, kicking and screaming, but we did
And you
it.
wanted to do that.
I didn't want to do it.
Yes, you did.
I didn't want to do it. Not with Myra. I wanted to do it with William Brown, and I'm grateful that he had the patience for us to navigate through Will and ensure that we got everything right. But with Myra, I had not decided at that point that illustration was what I wanted to do. I had not. I did not have the faith in myself about it, and creative individuals. It can be a delicate balance
Myra's one
between
of her clients that she published a book for.
Chief Myra, in case y'all don't know
Because
her
they don't know who
already.
Myra is. Yeah.
Chief Myra, we published 2 books for her: The Prince Who Made Me Queen and Prince 8 and the Three Banks, and they are all over the globe. They are now in Ghana and and in other cities, countries in Africa, and I'm just grateful. Susan said, also, I was wanting to be challenged and then do the work for straight A's.
She was wanting to.
Absolutely.
That's a part of who you are, Susan, and a
Absolutely.
part of your character.
Hey, Shirley. And Susan says, I love being happier each day. It's imperative. It's a part of growth and development.
So referrals. Now, I was saying that it feels old school, the conversation,
Mm,
because we don't talk about it. Even though I'm a sales expert and a sales coach and a sales trainer, it's been a while since I talked about something that should be a basic tenet on how you sell. Is it easier to sell a referred lead or a cold lead? Obviously, it's much easier to sell to a referred lead. Why? Because they're already predisposed to doing business with you. Why are they predisposed? Because someone else's reputation preceded you. That's what it is. A referral from a reputable source or someone with some standing goes a long way. Okay. So why is this old school? Why do we never talk about it? It's because today it seems risky to refer.
It seems risky to refer.
Mhm.
I don't even, I personally don't even, I agree. I think it is risky to refer I, because so many businesses have inconsistent results.
Mhm.
And I think that there is some blowback on it. But I also think the authenticity of the referral is important as well, which is kind of why I'm a little bit close to the vest with my referrals. If I have not had a
Not
personal,
just you.
consistent experience with a particular product or person, then I may say just that. I may say, oh, I've seen such and such does this, but I've never worked with her, but I like her and I know her. That means that I respect the person, but I don't necessarily have any feedback for you on the results that they offer.
See, that's just my point. Okay. Even if you know them and like them, if you don't have a working relationship with them, it's different. It's difficult to refer them. Okay. Hey, send me a referral. Well, I haven't used your service yet. I don't even know. I haven't even seen anybody else use your service. I just know you. So I can't refer. But you, how do you say that to your friend? I can't refer you. I don't even know if you're good or not. I know I like you, but I don't know if your work is good or not.
That's right, Dr. Sheila. She says each student enters a class on a day one with an A. It's up to the student to keep it an A. That's the way I entered each class I took during my academic journey. Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think in some of those situations, I may have let myself off the hook, and this is in the past or in my youth, entering with the A and then sort of deciding or giving myself permission that this is not my area of expertise. So if I can at least get out of here with the C, then I'm all right. Then at least I haven't failed. Shout out Dr. Deborah. Shout out to Aloha Lay and the Invisible Movement team for raising awareness on human trafficking. I'm proud to be a partner and resource by sharing my story and bringing strategies and tools for getting free and staying free from the impact of trauma. Go to invisiblemovement.org to
Shout
find out
out to
more.
Aloha Lay.
Aloha Lay.
I think her name is Aloha Lay, not Aloha Lay.
Aloha Lay.
Yes, that's what I think Dr. Deborah is saying. Like Lay's the last name.
That's okay. I don't think I was saying anything different. I am, and once again, I want to tell you all, Get Free, Stay Free conference was fantastic. Sister Susan says, Dr. Lisa, thank you for this idea on earning A's. Now I want to work to get an A at my.
Whatever that picture is,
Yeah,
some kind of emoji.
I can't see that emoji.
But I love that Susan Kennedy picked up. Let me work on getting A's in what I do.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's an innocuous sentence that spurs someone. That's another reason why we have to keep talking to each other. So often I am surprised at what value someone found in a conversation or what part of it they found valuable. I didn't even think of that, but they did.
She was saying, now I know, now I want to get to work to get an A in my work. Amen.
And that'll
Amen.
spur you for a while, Susan. That'll give you some it'll prick you
So
for a
being
while.
mindful that this is Shouted Out Friday, what can we shout you out? What success stories do you have? What is going on in your business that we can share and then refer?
I'll tell you something in my business to shout out.
Mhm.
In the past week, I'm always looking for opportunities to speak and to share my word with different audience. Saturday, I spoke at what's called the Dominate Conference, and my workshop was received very, very well. far and wide. And last Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, my workshop for the Dare to Lead conference ran. It was and it's shared far and wide. So in the past, since Saturday, I have presented 3 times. They were recorded presentations, but 3 times my presentations were shared with the world since last Saturday. And tonight we're going to be continuing with the shout out. We're going to be at the Dare to Lead business mixer, where only the speakers and workshop facilitators are going to be in the room. We're all going to dress up nicely tonight, and we'll have a good time. So I want to shout that out too.
William Brown, interesting comment. He says, I have found that one of the main reasons I don't do many referrals because I don't build relationships or know how strong my relationships totally are. I think the latter
Love
is
it.
more true than the former. I think you don't know how strong your relationships totally are. I think that because of your personal authenticity, you're not intentionally seeing having a relationship as building a relationship. You're not building it for the purpose of referral. You're building it because of who you are and what is in you. And I'm grateful for that. And when I have the opportunity to share someone who's in alignment with you and what you do, I am eager to share them with you.
You get to know people, William Brown. You get to know an idea about how they are. I'm with you on that because I don't build relationships or know how strong my relationships totally are. I've been caught off guard where I was like, man, you really showed up for me to show how much of a friend you are. He goes, did it take this for you to know that I'm really your friend, Brian? Oh my gosh. Did I put my foot in my mouth? I did. Okay.
Susan said, I'm helping a young lady create a business doing affordable wedding planning.
Amen. That's a great business. And you'll never run out of prospects in that business. Wedding planning is going to keep going on.
And you'll probably realize that you don't want to be affordable too much. Amen. Susan says she's having so much fun planning a wedding on a budget. Absolutely.
We
It
know someone
is
else.
fun and creative and wonderfully creative. The experience is
It can
just
be rewarding.
wonderful,
And it can
wonderfully
be
rewarding.
profitable. We know someone that's very profitable with it. And her business is weddings on a budget and like um, weddings when you don't have a whole lot of run up lead time.
Right.
I want to get married next month, but I want it to be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Call Tripoli.
Sheila says because if your because
Your
of your platform, I have done business and spent money with a tax preparer and a website developer. Amen.
yes.
Dr. Deborah says, shout out to Brian for sitting with me last Friday for only about 20 minutes, and I came away with a selling strategy that is going to pivot the way I do business. I am so excited.
Thanks,
Amen.
Brother Brian. And again, I want to say, Dr. Deborah, you're wonderful. You're wonderful. The reason why 20 minutes with you is so fruitful is because you're willing to talk. You will talk it out. Her and I, when we get together, we will talk it out back and forth, never diminishing the fact that we came to this table with some level of brilliance already. She is already brilliant in her areas already, and I'm brilliant in mine. So we both, it's the reason why it always happens like that with you, Dr. Deborah, is because we talk it out. And sometimes we just talk it out loud so we can hear what it sounds like, but brilliance comes out of it every time.
Amen. Jay says, Brian and Dr. Lisa, you're getting closer to the global stage. And I'm very proud of you both.
And he's right. But it's beautiful that Jay can see it. Jay can see that we're getting closer to the stage. Now,
I had to read it so that you would. I'm going to leave
too
it.
late. Too late. Wait, 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 wait. Now, Jay is my buddy. I love Jay. Love talking to Jay. But he didn't write
I'm
Brian
sorry,
and
Jay.
Dr. Lisa. He wrote Brain and Dr. Lisa. That's a common mistake. They switched the A and the I. My name is Brian, Brian. He wrote Brain, Brain. Not only Jay does it from time to time, but my school teachers, the whole time I was in school, from second, third, fourth, all the way up, they would occasionally write brain this and brain that. Funny to me.
It's a freudian slip. And he's probably using
He's probably talking about how smart I am, and he's probably thinking how smart I am as he wrote it. Brain. I've even gotten great testimonials and brain this and brain that and brain was so great. And I receive it. I say thank you, but whose brain? My name is Brian. Okay, good. Thank you, Susan. And isn't it fun to be helpful and supportive of someone else? People are happier when they have something else to support or take care of. People are happier that way.
Amen. Dr. Deborah says, now, Dr. Lisa, I need to have a session with you for building that strategy around my book, From Vision to Provision. Amen.
Yeah, I
And
love
we
that
get to
too.
do that.
Friends, entrepreneurs, write stuff. Keep writing. Write your ideas, write your thoughts, capture stuff. Write. Sometimes you write stuff that's amazing.
That's right, Jay. That's what you learn. Don't rely on voice to text.
Man, I use voice to text today. Not voice to text. I recorded my post this morning. I woke up with the thought of what did I post about? I think I was posting about referrals this morning. But I recorded it. I spoke it out this morning. Before I even got out of bed, I just wrote all this stuff out. But I wrote it out as speaking it. That's what I did.
Absolutely.
The number one crime entrepreneurs are committing today. That's what I spoke of. It was my waking thought. I even had a graphic made and everything. So before I got out of bed.
This morning before the show, I did a 10-minute live. Get ready with me, sort of like the morning motivation and makeup in the past, because I needed it not just to be a piece of content, but for myself. One of the things that I realized is that oftentimes um, when we see ourselves and see ourselves before we've put ourselves together, sometimes that's the imprint that we put in our minds, and we put our minds in only the space of what it is that we feel and what it is that we do at the moment. But oftentimes, when you allow yourself to evolve by giving yourself some time to pull yourself together, encourage yourself, and all of the things, then when you finish that few minutes, you will see who it is that you really are. It's still authentic, it still remains you, but you've given yourself a little bit of attention and it's necessary. Carmelo said website changes are taking place for to rekindle. We will now be to rekindle bakerscreations.com, and she's working on a new website update.
Jay Mattier says,
Uzama says, I will refer with the caveat that I've never done business with them, but I hear good things or they seem to be a professional. Amen. I think that is. Jay says, when your name carries weight, you have to be very careful when giving referrals. I agree. And I'm very, very conscientious about that.
Very. Pastor, you just can't throw out a referral any kind of willy nilly because not just that, especially that, but not just that. Your name does carry some weight in some circles. And in some circles, your name carries more weight than in others. So you got to be careful about who you refer to. But when that person has earned the referral, when they have earned the referral, we used Dr. Deborah as an example earlier. When they've earned the referral, I'm going to encourage you to give the referral. It won't come up every day, and no one's asking you to go to work for them. But when an opportunity comes up where you could refer, you should refer. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it is the time that we celebrate and refer Michael A. Carson, the author of Today in African American History, 366 Days of Historical Events and Accomplishments.
How long have we been doing that book?
Almost 3 years now.
Almost 3 years? What?
And on this day,
that June 26th,
history, June the 26th, in 1968, which is the year that I was born, Coretta Scott King established the Atlanta-based Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Center for Nonviolent Social Change as a living memorial to her husband's life and
Wait
dream
a minute. When in 1968 did she do that?
in on June 26th in 1968.
Now, her husband was executed March of 68.
Mhm.
So, April, May, 3 months later, she's establishing something after her husband was slain. Amazing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Situated in the Freedom Hall complex encircling Dr. King's tomb, the King Center is located inside of a 23-acre National Historic Park, which includes his birth home, which hosts over 1 million visitors a year. As founding president, chair, and chief executive officer, she dedicated herself to providing local, national, and international programs that have trained tens of thousands of people in Dr. King's philosophies and methods.
I am impressed with Sister Coretta. I've always been impressed with Sister Coretta. But
Absolutely.
now, when her husband was killed, it set off a firestorm in this country. There was riots and burnings all across the country. It was a very, very tumultuous time in this country. And in the midst of all that, she founded that. Oh my God, that's when you had the Detroit fires and the Boston riots. All that stuff was going on in the following months, and she established that. Wow.
Amen. Good morning, Sister Jacqueline. She says, Arizona blessings this morning. A little tired, but I'm here. 6 in the
6 in the
morning.
morning. Oh man, there was a rap about 6 in the morning. Okay, but anyway, good morning, Sister Jacqueline. I'm so happy you're here. Also, it's
I
always
think it
great.
was 7 o'clock in the morning. 7 o'clock in the morning. I gave myself a stretch up. I'm on
That is
yawning.
true. Um,
That was Slick
even
Rick.
that is, I think it was. I don't think he said 7 o'clock in the morning. Slick Rick, in the morning, gave myself a stretch up for morning yawning. Oh man, we know that rap lyric. We know the whole thing. It's just got to get the start right, and then we get it. You know, you know. I put my feet up on.
I know the whole thing.
Go ahead, go from the beginning. Go. You might have it in your file in your head. So do I, but we have to access that file, and we need sometimes a prick or a stick or something to point, and then we'll be able to pull it up. But today's topic, I don't think we've ever talked about it in here before. In 10 years' time, we've never talked about referrals to each other. We've never talked about it. And I almost believe it's a lost art. Now, I wrote an article about other lost arts, like closing sales, I think is a lost art. I may republish that because I published it already, but I might bring it up to the lost art of closing sales because I think entrepreneurs, they don't even try to close sales. You want it? Okay, boom, gone. Don't even try to overcome objections. It's a lost art. Okay, that's why I'm just going to say right. Because some of these articles, you're right, and LinkedIn makes it very easy to publish. By the way,
Absolutely. I am telling you, this whole episode on referrals is really bringing to my mind the benefit of the blessing of the people that I've helped, and actually going back to someone that I want to follow up with because of the work that we have done together. And referrals also should be appreciated. So I'm grateful that I don't forget any referrals.
that's the other thing. Do you even say thank you when you get a referral? It's a good idea to thank the person thank you for referring. Only one turned around to say thank you.
Mhm.
Of the 10 that fled, the 10 lepers that fled, only one stopped to say thank you.
Mhm.
Some of y'all might have heard that story before.
It's important. Appreciation is as important as it all.
Mhm. So today is Shout It Out Friday. Are you looking forward to today? Friday is still a work day. Are you looking forward to today? And I really believe the success of our days have a lot to do with our attitude as we approach it. If we expect to or want to even have a good day, the day ends up being better. You know, Carmelo Baker said
I
this.
thank you goes a long way. Absolutely. And I thank you. Carmelo actually brought me one of my fantastic authors. I really think that Tiana, we need to reach back. Tiana, uh, the author of Camille Loves Gymnastics, we have to re-engage that book actually because right when her book was released, her mother returned to source, so it kind of got lost in the energy. So I'm going to reach out to Tiana and make sure that I let her know that I'm still here for her to help bring that about. And I can't wait for Carmelo to finish with the current project that she's working on. I'm excited because Please Don't Treat Me Differently is Carmela's first book, and it was wonderful. And I'm grateful that she chose to do it with me. It's such a beautiful concept. But kindness is one that I don't think Carmelo realizes is actually who she is. And it's so kindness, her energy and her spirit is so full of kindness.
I do think so. I think she's very, very sweet.
Naturally.
Yes.
Yeah, naturally. It wasn't something
the few times I've been around you, I was like, she's very nice.
And her cakes
are amazing. We haven't had one in a month or two, but boy, we was on a kick when we was buying it all.
You know what? We might. It's actually close to the time, but Carmelo, we actually have a family gathering on July the 4th this year. Are you taking any orders? Because it might be nice for us to take some bundt bread. It has to be some. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because
my family eats.
Yes.
We might need to bring some of them with us.
Where are we going? Hamlet?
Laurenburg.
Laurenburg.
Yes,
so we can take some of your cakes.
Shirley, do you know why it says she has a busy day today?
Absolutely,
Susie
Shirley.
says,
Susie said, I don't think Friday is a have to work day. You own your business and you get to set your schedule. Your schedule is up to you. However, if you have established it as a work day, then honor it. Honor your business. Amen. Carmela says, I am taking orders.
Well, we need to get a few of them.
Yeah, we need to figure out how many we should take, or should we just take the bread, the apple, the loaf, and then cut it up or put it in individual packets? Because I think the bunts, 4 bunts.
No,
yeah, we need the loaf.
I think we need like 3 loaves.
Yes, how about that, Carmela? We would like to place an order for 3 loaves. Please send me the invoice or the cash app request so that we can order it and have it ready to take with us on the 4th of July.
Thank you.
We support businesses, we celebrate business, and that is a business referral to you because I'm telling you.
How can we so confidently refer her cakes?
Because we've had them. And the thing about not just that we've had them from separate orders, and the quality and taste is still delicious.
That's true. We've ordered several times. Mm-hmm. We've ordered the cupcakes and the buntlets, the buntlets and the loaf, and it was high quality.
Amen. Sister Jacqueline said, Sister Dr. Deborah said, shout out to Jacqueline Rosier for sponsoring the Get Free, Stay Free Conference experience with beauty cards. They are still blessing the women who received them.
What? Absolutely. Jacqueline, you did that?
So the acorn baby, my baby got stolen. She got kidnapped. In case y'all didn't know, we'll talk about it. But anyway, in the love bags that we provided at the Get Free, Stay Free conference, we included an individual handmade beautiful card from Sister Jacqueline with the instructions, send this card to yourself. Love on yourself.
Oh, wow. What a great idea.
With this card so that you can be exactly what you need. Just like the acorn babies that we created, they are an opportunity to give yourself a hug with your acorn baby. And then the magnificent exercises that we did with Stephanie Morris, that heart print is a vision board experience about examining your own values, your core values. It was an opportunity to look at yourself. We really need to have a whole show where we shared the growth and development and exercises that were obtained through the Get Free and Stay Free conference for those of you who could not be here with us. But I'm telling you, it was wonderful.
Captain Rosier says, one of my most rewarding referrals is because of Vivian Reed.
Amen.
To you guys about 5 years ago. I am so honored and blessed. I have connected to many fabulous folk because of the empowerment duo.
Amen.
Vivian Reed was a very, very supportive, friendly person that was in this circle every day we were open. And we used to do Monday through Friday. Vivian Reed was here every day. And Vivian Reed, sometimes from dialysis, she's tuned in here. Now she's gone on to be with the Lord. She's gone on to glory. But she brought us Jacqueline Rosier. Jacqueline Rosier and Miss Phyllis. Jacqueline Rosier is all in our house. Okay. And what a great idea you guys did at the Women's Get Free, Stay Free conference.
Absolutely. This morning, Miss Jacqueline, we had the opportunity we being myself and my mother-in-law, had the opportunity to rifle through some of your cards because one of the ladies at her senior center is actually leaving the center. We created a gift bag for her, a love bag, and included in that bag a hand-selected card from Sister Jacqueline's.
Nothing like them.
Absolutely. And I'm telling you, it was just wonderful. Dr. Deborah says it was such a time of healing and renewal. It really was. And Susan says, absolutely, Lisa. I'd love to do I love the exercises. Absolutely.
Let me go back to Dr. Deborah before you move on. It's such a time.
Yep.
It's such a time of healing and renewal. And I'm certain it was. But it also is a testimony because a testament to the people willing to show up. Every single person that showed up to that conference had something that could have gotten in their way. They had something that could have stopped them. Every one of them, they had to overcome something or they had to press their way or something. So much of life is showing up. And a lot of times the blessing happens when either we don't feel like going or it has to overcome. Man, even when I went to New Orleans and spoke at the big conference, the Blacks in Government Conference. There were a lot of obstacles. And like days before, I couldn't afford to go. I didn't have tickets. Okay. And the hotel didn't have a room left. It was sold out. And I was wanting to go. I was selected to speak. I had all of these hurdles. And then I got a big client like 2 days before. And we was able to use Tara Lyles to get me booked at a hotel that said they had no more rooms. Okay.
Absolutely. Sister Jacqueline says, thank you, Dr. Deborah and Dr. Lisa. Brittany shared a picture of her card and it was perfect for her. Amen. Dr. Deborah goes on to say, Sister Jacqueline and I have a partnership idea that is developing.
Stay tuned. All right, it's now 9:46. We got to get to it. It's time for us to say thank you. And the way we say thank you to our consistent contributors is with greeting songs and with greeting logos. For example, up first today is Mr. Uzama Ra.
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King. Uzama. Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King. Uzama.
Up next is Susan Kennedy. She's got a song too. And it goes like this. Susan Kennedy, you're everything I've hoped for.
You're everything I need.
You are so beautiful. That's right. Get it right, baby. Come on. Up next is Dr. Deborah Dunstan.
Dr. Deborah, nonprofit strategist and funding coach.
Good morning, Dr. Deborah. Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
So clear the way.
Miss Phyllis
is here. Now we can
Phyllis
all have a great day. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
And good morning
you and the rest of your crew. Good morning to you guys. Jay Maddie is here. Get ready. Get ready. Oh, get ready. Get ready, because here Jay comes. Get ready, because here Jay comes. Get ready, because here Jay comes. What was the guest we had a couple of days ago? The white lady that grew up in Appalachia. Elizabeth Powell. She loved our songs.
And loved everybody in the feed. She had such a fantastic time.
She thought it was the best.
And we absolutely enjoyed her. Carmelo.
They call her Carmelo. She's nice and sweet. See, Carmelo for your books and treats. That's our girl.
Carmelo.
Doctor.
Sheila. Storms are brewing in her eyes.
Oh, that's Dr. Sheila Doctor.
Amen.
Right there.
Amen.
Uzama Ra, we did William Brown's got a song too. Good morning to our friend Will.
Nobody thinks like him still.
We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Will. That's our guy right there. Shirley DeJohnette, Wyatt will rock you, rock you. Shirley DeJohnette, Wyatt will rock you, rock you. Good morning, Shirley DeJohnette Wyatt. How you doing, my sister? Up next is, let's see.
Absolutely.
Did we get everybody? We did Jay, we did Susan, we did Shirley, we did Jay, Dawn, Carmelo, we did that.
Oh, Sister Jacqueline.
Jacqueline has a logo. Well, according to Jacqueline, and she has a song too that goes,
Jacqueline Rosie, pretty little one that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for. I'm so glad that you are mine.
Good morning, Sister Jacqueline Rosier.
Absolutely, absolutely. I am grateful. We did Shirley Dijon that
We did a
one.
song, yes.
So I'm
She says,
grateful
have a blessed weekend, everyone, with a heart.
and a blessed weekend to you too. Hope that you take some time out to just woo-saw this weekend. We're trying to determine now if we're on the road again this weekend or not. And I am just grateful that either way, we'll be back to see you guys on Monday.
That's right. We're not sure, but we may have to hit the road tomorrow morning early. And but we'll see. Pray our journey mercies just in case we decide to do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We love you and we can't wait to tell you all about the weekend on Monday. And in the meantime, in between time, don't forget that.